Hmm. Let's see. How's it all going? Hmm. Very good, very good. All right, welcome everyone. My name is Robert Rankin, and today is our first episode of What is Gaming. We're going to be going over the origins of a specific game, what the game is about, what you can do in it, and how you can partake. Today we're going to be going over World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is a MMO, or a massive multiplayer online role-playing game, which was created in the early 2000s as a branch of the Warcraft, which is a real-time strategy game, which was a from the top down strategy game, which placed you in charge of an army, which you went through the World of Warcraft and were able to take part in and command the army and move forward a story depending on the version of the game. The first game that started was, of course, Warcraft, Orcs and Humans. The second game was Warcraft 2, Tides of Darkness. Oh, well, there was Warcraft 2, and then there was a Warcraft 2 expansion, Tides of Darkness. And then there was the third game, which was Warcraft 3. And then there was a fourth installation, not a sequel, but an expansion, which was Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne. Those intellectual properties were loved by many, millions in fact, and over time, Blizzard Entertainment announced their massive multiplayer online role-playing game idea around 1998, 1999, because the technology was getting there. Once the technology was there and the game was created and the world of Azeroth, which was just Kalimdor and the Eastern Kingdoms back then, was created, folks were able to go ahead and play in the World of Warcraft, where they had led their armies, and enjoy the community, the folks that enjoyed the game themselves, and overall just embark on epic adventures with their friends and folks that they just met, and partake in the lore in the world, and just in general everything that makes Warcraft. And we're about, I'd say, 14 years into the game so far. We've had many expansions, and right now we are looking at the Battle of Azeroth expansion, which you could pick up. It'll give you a pretty high level character free if you were to hop on with the subscription and get the expansion. But you can play World of Warcraft for free up to level 20 through the free trial function, which will let you basically play up to level 20, and you're stuck there until you decide to purchase a subscription and get up to level 60, where you'll have to purchase subsequent current expansions to be able to go beyond level 60 if you've got a subscription. Yeah, and if you were noticing some weird stuff going on in my game, that's because my guy is afflicted with a gift of an elder god, and we're talking some weird Lovecraftian horror old god type stuff, but we could get into all that lore later. We're just kind of getting a look at the game itself, seeing what we can do, what can be achieved, what it's all about. I would say the community is a big part of this game. I would say that the community contributes heavily to everything that is Warcraft. Luckily, we're supported by Blizzard Entertainment, who is providing new content, and they're providing new content as frequently as they can with their development team, and we've got a new expansion coming out very soon, which we'll be able to partake in going to the netherworld of this role-playing game universe and seeing what there is to see and fighting what baddies they've got out there. And as you just saw, this massive multiplayer online role-playing game has scalable content. That means content that scales to you, and you could go to various different places that are parts of different expansions. This one is the Pandarian Mist of Pandaria expansion. This one was the, oh my goodness, Warlords of Draenor expansion, and this one, that was another one of the expansions. Oh, I can't even remember. There's so many of them now. There's been an expansion every 1.5 to 2 years, and major content releases since then. So, what is World of Warcraft? Well, it's a massive online multiplayer role-playing game where you can create a character, you can build that character, you can go adventuring with friends online, you can partake in community activities, you can partake in guild activities. There's player versus player, which is you get to fight other folks across the world. There's player versus environment, which is you get to fight the robots and whatnot across the world. Across the World of Warcraft. There are servers on the United States. There are servers in Latin America. There are servers for the UK. There are servers for Asia. I mean, there's everything for everybody here. A standard subscription, if you're done with the free version, which gets you up to level 20, costs about $14.99, $15 a month. Or if you've got enough gold in game, you can head on down to the auction house. And if you're a mogul of some types, or you've got a trade skill, which you can crank out different things and put them on the market, you'll be able to sell items, make gold, and buy game time, which, 173,538 gold right now might seem like a lot, but a few weeks ago, it was down to 142,000, 150,000 usually. And you could go ahead and put stuff up on the auction house. Some stuff will sell for pretty high. Some stuff will sell for low. All depends on what you've got, what you're putting up, and how you're willing to game the system, as it were, and come out against everybody else that's playing with you. Other than that, there's a lot of flexibility with this game. Let me go ahead and show you guys what I've got. I got a ton of, I got nothing legendary, but I got a ton of okay items. My item level, which allows me to go into higher level content, is over at 420. I'm sitting at fair content for going into what we would call raids and dungeon finding and pre-made groups and specific dungeons so you've got normal dungeon levels, you've got heroic dungeon levels, which are a bit harder, but you can queue up in the dungeon finder to go ahead and find a random group, and it'll give you some time. If you were to find a group, it'll give you time. And it's like, for me, since I'm a tank, I'm basically the one that soaks the damage. I can get into a dungeon pretty quick. I'm not going to jump into one right now because we're just introducing you to the game. You get the ability to go into dungeons at level 15. Oh my goodness, there is a helicopter outside. Let me see if closing the window will help. Oh my goodness. I don't know why. They love to buzz my house. I'm in an okay neighborhood, but I got to deal with it as it comes, So, anyways, as I was saying, pardon the helicopter, we have, let's see, we've got dungeons, we've got raids. Raids is for when you get to near end level content. You can queue up for a raid once you've got a high enough item level, once you've done enough dungeons and whatnot. Let's see. There's all kinds of content. It's wild. Once you go into pre-mades, though, oh my goodness, you can start queuing up for heroic stuff. And let me tell you, the game has a wonderful amount of replayability. a wonderful amount of stuff that you can jump into and enjoy. And it's just it's a plethora. If you've got a system that can support it, I'd say jump on it. If you've got an older system, believe it or not, they have a classic World of Warcraft, which is built on the vanilla hardware, and made so that you can play and have plenty of quality of life changes in which you can enjoy all how the game was originally created and intended to play. There's all kinds of methods of changing the look of your character. If you wanted to go ahead and change the look, that they have got a system called Transmogrification, transmogrifying items, where you can change the look of your armor for a little bit of gold. You can change what you're wearing. You can change the design, make it look as wild or as cool based on what items you have picked up and collected. You can make yourself look like sets of armor that you've gotten from player versus player or running world content. I believe I've got some I've got some items from classic World of Warcraft. I've got some items from the newer stuff in the expansions. I've got some really wild looking stuff from various other runs that I've done, and stuff that I'd like to collect a full set of. And I mean, it's fun all around. And you might have this massive multiplayer online role-playing game in which to jump into, but there's also another very interesting part of World of Warcraft, and that would be their little version of Pokemon, which is absolutely hilarious. You could go and run around the world and capture animals that'll have a little icon on them, little spiky lizard, dung beetles, animals. I've got quite a collection, 233 to be exact, and that's just me running around and doing missions and stuff like that. That'll allow me to pick up various little pets for pet battling. And let me show you a pet battle. Let me see if I can find something. Where is it? There we go. There we go. Oh, it can't be on a transport. There we go. Here we go. So here's a pet battle. Very simple. Not very wild, because I am such a high level. I've got maxed out nasty pets. And it's pretty much that. You know, normally you'd have lower level pets and you'd run around and enjoy collecting and battling. And oh, here we go. Well, let's actually go play against somebody. Here we go. Oh, they declined my invitation. What am I supposed to do about that? Oh, well. Anyways, let me see if I can get into a duel out here. Oh, let's see. Let me duel this mage right here. Oh no. He turned me into a sheep twice. Oh no. Oh, come on. We're gonna play a little bit, man. Oh, he froze me again. He knows what he's doing, folks. Oh, I can't. Will I? I had a great fight there. I mean, you know, I'm not spec for PvP right now. Now I gotta heal myself up. And that's World of Warcraft introduction. What is gaming? Please feel free to comment, like and subscribe, or unlike and dislike, or whatever. But I'm here to show you what the game's about. And in our next episode will be... Oh, never mind. In our next episode, we're going to go ahead and check and see what is gaming World of Warcraft player versus environment. So I hope you enjoyed this little introduction. There's so much more to look into, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you very much, and I hope you all have a great day and a great rest of your week. Please check the links in the video below, and you'll be able to get yourself a month of World of Warcraft if you're looking for a subscription. I'll also have a link for the expansion if you want to jump into the expansion. There's also a new expansion coming in the next few months, and I'll also include a link to the free version of World of Warcraft, which you can go ahead and get in on up to level 20. Have a great rest of your week, and thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.